Hi guys, so here we are, we're now in the room, and what we feel that we're doing is allowing a way to have maybe 5 people in here safely without jeopardizing anybody's health. So what we're doing is we've basically put pieces of tape on the floor that are showing what are basically 6-foot marks. And Damien, what he's doing right now is he's showing you if you are standing at any one of these marks, you are diagonally safely away or horizontally safely away from not only the drummer, but also, right, for also whoever the vocalist is there, whoever the singer, guitar player, bass player, and there's enough room for people to have their instruments. So you see we walk around the room, there's a safe spot for 4 people within the room with the drummer. Now if you are going to try and have people in here, or you're going to do more than 5 people, you're going to have to be real careful. You may have to measure back here, maybe put your bass player back here for not singing. Because this is about maybe 6 feet from there, but what we're doing is we've really planned out for 5 people. Now, in terms of microphones, I'm no longer leaving the mics up on the mic stands in the room. You guys can do this in your own spaces if you want, but outside of this, in this room, the house mics are no longer available. We are highly recommending that you bring your own microphone. And what you want to do when you bring your own mic in, as soon as you get in the room, get your hand sanitizer, and you sanitize your own mic, right? And then what you're going to do is, depending on where you're going to be singing, you're going to come to your mic stand. Again, get some hand sanitizer, maybe just get that going, make sure you got, this is all sanitized. But most importantly, you want to make sure that you're sanitizing the connection point. And what we think you should be doing too is before you leave the room, reverse this order. You should sanitize your mic, pull it off, sanitize the end of the cable, try and leave everything as sanitized as you can for the people that are coming in next. You connect our mic, of course. And vocalists, no facing the bands. No facing. We're going to be going this way. Because if you turn around and you're starting to sing towards your bandmates, you're still risking, even though they're 6 feet away, you're still risking possibly getting them infected. In terms of just like moving around a little bit, if you have your 4-piece or your 3-piece, you have a little bit more leeway. You could always set your vocal mic up here if you just have one singer. But again, no turning around and facing, your back should be to the band. Same thing with the players. No one should be looking at the drummer. Unfortunately, I know we all like to look at our drummer play, but it's best and safe that we're all facing forward, backs to whatever breath is coming out. In terms of running the ACs in your room, you can run them, but just understand that you're going to be recirculating air. So if that's the case, if you're going to be recirculating the air that you're all breathing out, because ideally you're all going to be wearing your masks. I know they're uncomfortable. You don't necessarily like to play wearing a mask or singing with a mask. But again, if you want to be safe, you really should be wearing your mask. But what you should do, you could run the AC, but then what we're going to highly recommend is that you take breaks after maybe 20, 30 minutes, and everybody file out accordingly. No one should be leaving together. You should let people take their turns going out the door. Same thing coming in. You don't want all of a sudden have people congregating because, again, you're violating the 6-foot rule. So what we're hoping is these guidelines will help you use your spaces properly, get the best you can out of them. I know you guys all want to create, make art during these tough times. And what we're hoping is this is going to be the safest way for you to do it and still have a good time and get to see all your buddies and your bands again that you've been missing. All right, guys? So remember, follow these rules. Ideally, you'll be safe. And once we get testing, then we're going to know if we're doing it right. Thanks, guys. Have a good time and rock on.